In this video, I will discuss about the power of Luffy who will defeat Kaido in the end of the Wano Arc later. Naito, who is currently One Piece manga editor, once said that the Wano Kuni Arc will be more exciting than all the previous arcs. That means the excitement level of the Wano Kuni Arc is truly extraordinary, because it is predicted that it will defeat the Marineford Arc. That can only be true if the Wano Kuni Arc presents more fierce battles than the battles that took place in the Marineford Arc. We can put a big summit on the Marineford War will bring a very good story and battles that are really interesting. Of course, in that fierce war, there will be lots of exciting battles, but obviously the most awaited is Luffy's fight against Kaido. Luffy had to win against Kaido in the Wano Kuni Arc, because he was obliged to prove his strength. Luffy has high ideals. He wants to be the new Pirate King. In order to become a Pirate King, his strength needs to be increased, because there are many powerful enemies he must face during his journey to reach his dreams. Kaido is one of the strong enemies that Luffy will fight. According to me, Luffy needed to defeat Kaido in one-on-one battle. Maybe there are people who think Kaido will lose because he was beaten. However, if Kaido was beaten, it would indicate that Luffy's strength could not be said able to defeat Yonko. Luffy needs to prove that he can defeat Yonko alone. This one-on-one duel at the Wano Kuni Summit War. It is not easy, since Luffy was defeated by Kaido with just one attack before. Even so, we certainly know that Luffy has a very strong determination, which will help him to rise and defeat the enemy. Luffy will definitely learn from this defeat, so that he will show even greater strength. Luffy has a pretty great movement speed. This speed can be very useful in combat. Kaido has a body that is much bigger than Luffy, so Luffy has to use of his smaller body size to be able to fight more nimbly. Luffy also has a high-level Kenbunsuku Haki that is able to catch a glimpse of the future, which he mastered when fighting against Third Katakuri the other day. In the Wano Kuni Peak War, Luffy should be able to utilize his high-level Kenbunsuku Haki. That way, he must be able to optimally use these abilities when facing Kaido later. By utilizing the speed of movement and the high-level Bushiku Haki that is used optimally, Luffy can avoid many attacks from Kaido. Indeed, Luffy might not be able to avoid all attacks, but at least Kaido will difficulty attacking Luffy. This will only happen if Luffy is really focused and not careless at all. In addition, Luffy has also successfully mastered the high level of Bushiku Haki called Azrio. This ability he learned from Yogoro the Flower when they meet at the mine prison located in Udon. It didn't take too long for Luffy to learn this technique, although he failed several times in his experiments, but in the end Luffy was able to use it as he showed in One Piece manga chapter 955. A high level of Bushiku Haki can allow users to attack a target without touching it directly. This ability can also impact damage from within, so it is very effective to be used in various battles. Luffy should be able to use this ability as well as possible in dealing with Kaido later. As we know, Kaido has a very hard body. In fact, in One Piece manga chapter 975, he once dropped from the island of the sky to the mainland without getting hurt at all, though the distance of this is about 10,000 meters. That confirmed that Kaido's body was very strong and hard. By mastering a high level of Bushiku Haki that can inflict damage from the inside on his opponent, Luffy can use this ability to injure the inside of Kaido's body. That ability will give an impact on Kaido, because the inside of his body is definitely not as strong as the outside. The high level of Bushiku Haki will also be used to fend off Kaido's attack. Because besides being able to attack an opponent, the ability is also effectively used to defend against an opponent's attack. However, to fend off attacks from Kaido, of course Luffy must be focused and use these abilities with all his strength. Of course, that was still not enough to defeat Kaido. I suspected that Luffy would also use his Gomu Gomu no Mi Devil Fruit Awakening when dealing with Kaido in one-on-one duel later. Awakening is the true power of Devil Fruit that also can be interpreted as resurrection. So far, it is known that Luffy has never shown that he is able to use the Devil Fruit Awakening technique. Even so, Luffy had twice seen other people use this technique. First, Luffy once fought against Donkey on Doflamingo in Dressrosa. At the time, Doflamingo demonstrated the awakening technique of the Ito-Itonomi power that could make the surrounding environment turn into trees. Doflamingo also said that there were many possibilities after awakening. In other words, the awakening of each Devil Fruit is absolutely different. Devil Fruit users who have used this awakening not only affect the body, but also the surrounding environment. Secondly, Luffy fought Charlotte Katakuri in the Mirror World, where Katakuri also used the awakening technique of Mochi Mochi no Mi. Katakuri was able to change the environment into Mochi, so Luffy was very busy at the time. Many people say Luffy is a fool. This might be true for certain things. However, in understanding techniques and learning new abilities, Luffy is not stupid at all. Most likely because it has been observed how Doflamingo and Katakuri use the Devil Fruit Awakening technique, then Luffy also can do this. Of course, he will try to use this ability against Kaido. Luffy will make the environment turn into rubber. If Luffy is able to combine the Devil Fruit Awakening with the Koka technique from Bushushuku Haki, then the environment that turns into rubber will harden leather. Such an ability that can make Kaido a hassle, if Luffy knows how to use it well. Gear 4 Boundman proved to be very easy to defeat by Kaido. Even if Luffy used Tankman or Sneakman mode, it didn't seem to matter to Kaido. So the thing that makes sense is that Luffy rests Gear 5, which is far more powerful than Gear 4. Gear 4 has 3 modes with their respective advantage, starting from the Boundman who relies on strength, Tankman who relies on defense, and Sneakman who relies on speed. Luffy's Gear 5 will definitely have abilities related to great strength, formidable defense, and great speed all at once. With all the strength and abilities that I explained earlier, Kaido will fall into Luffy's hand. The defeat of Kaido will make Luffy's strength no less great than the other Yonkos. The world will recognize it, so Luffy will be considered a big threat in the eyes of the world government. Luffy's bounty will increase dramatically. Maybe it will be able to surpass Kaido's bounty. Although Luffy successfully defeated Kaido, he wouldn't completely eliminate Kaido, because Luffy has never killed his enemy until now. I feel that he will continue to be a character like that. So, who will finish Kaido? There are 2 possibilities. The first possibility is the Navy, even though their arrival was late. I had discussed the Navy coming into Wano Kuni in the previous video. If you are interested in seeing the link, it had already been put in the description. They will only arrive when Kaido has fallen, so they can finish off Kaido who has been helpless, and Kizaru will be the executor of this. The Navy also understood very well, if Kaido was not killed, then sooner or later he would escape again. Then the best way to deal with Kaido is to finish him off. Well, that is a good opportunity. The Navy also did this to raise their name, because even though they were not the ones who defeated Kaido, at least Kaido died in their hands. Although that at the hands of the Navy, but the news of Luffy who defeated Kaido will still be spread throughout the world. The great news will spread quickly, and will definitely be known by Shanks. Shanks who knows Luffy has defeated Kaido will be surprised and proud of Luffy, so the time of the meeting between Shanks and Luffy is getting closer. The second possibility that will finish Kaido is Kurohige. There is a possibility that Kurohige can have 3 Devil Fruit powers, which only Zone Devil Fruits have not had. It would be very interesting if Kurohige got Kaido's Dragon power. Kaido really had to die in the Wano Kuni Arc, because if he couldn't, he would screw up again when Wano Kuni was at peace. From the beginning of Kaido's character introduction, he was thought to be very eager to die, even trying to commit suicide. This could be a clue that Kaido will lose his life in the story later.